we're about to start doing something very, very serious. So today I'm going to be making a wig from scratch, and if this sounds like what you like to learn, please stay with me and I'll take you throughout the process. Okay, so yeah, let's get right into it. This is my mesh cap. I already used, like, I think this is like a new one. I brought it out from here and then I already pinned it. Now the first thing we want to do is to go in with of course, these are what I'll be using today. This is my chalk, for the guideline, and then this right here is my wig cap that I've just, my mesh cap rather, and then this is the wig that we're going to be working with. I know, right? It's a whole lot, but it's something that is doable. It's actually a curly wig, and I'm also going to be styling it on the stream. And then this right here is the closure that I'll be using. This is a 5x5 closure. Now, if you know how to make your wigs, you already know that you're supposed to, first of all, stitch in your closure first before any other thing, right? So that's what we're basically going to do first. So let's get right into it. I already laid down like my threads that I'll use for this process. Okay, so these are the threads. They're already in front. Yeah, this is what I'll be using to stitch. It's actually very long. I made it very long because I don't want to go and start making my thread again from scratch. So yeah, let's get right into it. So basically, when you're making a 5x5 wig, just like what I have here, this is a 5x5 wig. So you're going to look for the middle of the wig, right? Now, in order for you to get the middle of the wig, you have to fold it into two. Okay, just like this, you fold it into two equal parts. Okay, make sure they are equal. You fold it into two equal parts, just like this. Okay, just like this, and then you're going to use like the smaller pins to just take it, to figure out where the middle is, and then you just pull it in like this. Okay, now this is what you should have. Now you're going to go in like this from the back, right? I think my pin fell down, so let's do that again. So just like this, make sure you fold it into two equal parts, and then you go in, raise your pin, right? Maybe move to this end. Now you're going to do this, and then you're going to basically pin it in the middle. Make sure that it's a bit, just, more like quarter inch. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Just a bit more than where the cap is, just in front, right? That's how you're going to pin it. Now you're going to be working with all this little pin a lot. I have this one. Okay, I think I still have more here. So we're going to be working with this little tiny piece of pins. These are what we'll be using to pin down the closure area. So yeah, so since you've pinned down the front, right, you're going to look for the middle from front all the way to the back, just like that, and then you're going to pin it in the middle. Okay, you're going to pin it in the middle. Now you're doing this in order to secure the cap so it doesn't fall off. Yeah, so now you're going to come back to the front area, and then what you want to do is to basically pull, right? Pull it all the way to the end. Be very careful. Every step matters a lot. Make sure not to miss any step at all. Now you're going to pull, and then you're going to pin it. Okay, now look at that. This area is looking very, very flat, and it's because we did what we did, right? Just like this. Now you're going to also pull this area and make sure it's as flat as this, right? So let's get right into it. So like I said earlier, you're going to be making use of these pins a lot. Please guys, let's hit the like button. Thank you, so this video reaches more people. Now you're going to now pull just like this again. You're going to pull and you're going to pin it. Make sure it's laying really flat so that you don't have to do it again. So you're going to pin and you're going to pull, okay, and you pin it just like that. Here also you're going to do the same thing, just like this. Whatever it is that you miss here is going to affect your wigging process. Okay, so you have to be very careful to make sure that you get everything right. This is like the foundation. It's more like when you're building a house and then the foundation isn't laid properly, it's going to affect the entire structure. So now we're done with the front. What we want to do now is come to the back, and then we make sure that the back is as flat as the front. Okay, now remember I said we're going to be working with pins a lot. Now this is the pin that I'm talking about. We're going to be working with these pins a lot. I used to have about 2 packs of these pins, but you know how you easily misplace these things, right? You easily just, misplace these things because, of course, they are very, very tiny, right? So, yeah, right now you're going to make sure that the front of this wig and the back is really, really flat. You can see how lifted it is. Now, we don't want that. We want it to be as flat as possible, and we're going to be using our pins to make sure that they are very, very flat, right? They are laying very, very flat. Okay, so just like this. Now mine is not flat yet, it's not yet flat, so but we're going to make sure, anyhow, whatever it is you're doing, make sure that the wig cap is very, very flat, because if this area is lifted, trust me, you're going to have a very terrible finish at the end now, and that is not what we want, right? So yeah, basically, now look at that, it's looking flat at least. Now what you want to do now is to wig this. You're going to make this like, you're going to plait it like cornrow rather, but let's make sure that this is really flat. Let's make sure it's really flat. I don't think mine is flat. Make sure it's very flat, okay? Even if it means you're using multiple pins, you don't have to use only 2 pins. I like to use more than 2, so it's, firmer, right? Let me just use that word. It's firmer. So yeah, just like that, you pin it as much as you can, so it stops moving. So when it stops moving, you're able to make your cornrow properly. But if it keeps moving, you're going to find it very difficult to make your cornrow. Okay, so now the next thing you want to do now is to make the braids, right? So you take out this off the way. Okay, if you have your comb, you just comb and then take it off the way, and then you're going to do this, because right now, if you notice, this area is lifted, so we don't want that, and we want it to be as flat as possible. Okay, so the other end is really flat, but this end is not, and if you don't braid it, you won't see clearly, mind you. So you have to remember, the wig we're making is, we just want to make it as professional as possible. Okay, you want to be able to make a wig by yourself at home without having to go to your hairstylist all the time. So hence the reason why we're making this tutorial. It's a detailed tutorial, step by step, and you don't have. Hi Damita, how are you doing? Thank you for joining my stream, Damita. If this is your first time, please subscribe, like, share, turn on your post notification for amazing tutorials. So now if you pay attention, you realize that this part of the wig is lifted, and then this part of the wig is really flat, right? Now we want every area to be as flat as possible. Now hence the reason why we're going to make use of our pins a lot. Okay, we're going to be making use of our pins a lot. So right now I'm going to make sure that this part is flat. If you want to see how to flatten this part, it's very easy. Just give me 1 minute of your time and you're good to go. Now the reason why this part of the wig is not flat is because this area is not properly pulled to the front, and this area is not properly pulled all the way to the back. Now make sure that if you're working, make sure every part is equal and they are very, very flat and they are not lifted like this. Now let's get right into it. So we're going to move this backwards. If you notice, just pay attention to how flat this will now be looking. So you notice when we moved this backward, this became a bit flatter. Now we're going to move this again to make sure that they are equal and then they are flat. Mind you, if the foundation of the wig is not properly laid, you're going to have difficulties, and I'm sure that we do not want that. And this wig it's most likely not going to come out really nice. I forgot, for YouTube will flag me now. So yeah, basically what I want to do is check the middle, the middle part, and then pin it, right? So you pull all the way to the back and you pin. You pull all the way to the side and then you pin it, right? You pin it just like that. Now you notice when we pin, this flat part became flatter, and then this other part is flat as well. Now we're going to continue this process and make sure that every area of the hair is very, very flat, is laying very flat. Okay. Now, you know that if you'll be making wigs, you know that the first step is to make sure to stitch your closure very, very well, to make sure that your closure is very, flat. And your closure is the major part of your wig making. If you miss it when making your wigs, you're going to most likely miss every other aspect of the wig making process. So now you're going to take your pins, right, and then you're going to pin down these areas to secure it. Of course it's looking flat already, but you still need it to be secured so that when you're stitching it doesn't come off, right? When you're stitching it doesn't come off. So um basically you pin. Okay, now after pinning we want to stitch. That's the next step that we're going to make. After pinning we'll just stitch. Okay, take your time, because if you don't take your time you're most likely going to repeat the process. Making wigs requires patience, it requires time, it requires certain skills. If you have the skills and you don't have time and patience, trust me, you're not going to achieve what you need. Patience is needed. Like, I know it's needed in everything, but it's mostly needed when you're making your wigs. So now the next thing we want to do now is to go ahead and stitch. This is my thread. I folded it into four. Leave there now. I folded it into four, right? And this is what I have. Now I'm going to go ahead and start stitching. Now pay attention to when you want to start stitching. I like you to start stitching from behind, because when you stitch from the front it leaves this bulky feel around this area and you don't want that. Now if it's bulky here, when you're wearing your wig it doesn't lay flat, and we don't want that. It's going to be looking very tacky, right? So now you're going to start stitching from behind and you're going to just do double knotting, right? So this is what I mean. Let me show you what I mean by double knotting. You already put in. Leave this place. Okay, my God. You already put in your thread, right? You're going to go in again for the second time, just like this. And then the next thing you want to do is to fold it into two, and then you pull. So this thing that I did now is called double knotting. Okay, it's called double knotting. Take. Come here. It's called double knotting. Let me just take her out of the way because she's distracting me. Yeah, see. Take and right. Yes, so let's get right into it. So you're going to continue the process just like this. Be very careful and pay attention, because every step matters in this process. Okay, so just like this. If you ask most of my students, I had somebody make a comment and the person said they literally learned everything they knew about wig making through my live stream, and that is how detailed my classes are. And of course they are free of charge. So you're going to repeat the process, and you're going to double knot. Do not forget. And then you pull, right? Make sure you pull it very tightly. Be careful, but make sure that it's very, very tight so you don't have to do it all over again. That's the whole idea. So now you pull, and then you do this double knotting, and then you pull the thread. I actually made like a shorter thread that I wanted to use, but I'm guessing that I took the longer one instead. So you go in. Please guys, if you have any questions, please leave a comment and I'll be here to respond. So you do this. This is called the double knotting. You're going to do this often because that's how you're going to stitch down your thread. Now after we've stitched down our closure, we want to draw our guideline. Now that is another crucial part that you need to pay attention to. Yeah, so drawing your guideline. When I started making wig, I felt like making wig was difficult until I learned the whole idea behind drawing your guideline. right? So when you draw your guideline, it's easier for you to stitch through that guideline using your hands. Even if you're making your wigs with a machine, you still have to stitch it using the guideline, because it's more like moving without direction. So if you're moving without direction, you're going to most likely miss your way, right? So hence the reason why you need your guideline. So with that guideline, you're going to stitch all the way through, and it's going to be easy and seamless. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to be, for this process, we're going to be needing our chalk. I already have my chalk, and then you're going to be needing your tape. I have more than 2 measuring tape. I think I have about 3 measuring tape, just your regular measuring tape. And then we're going to measure in inches, not not meters. Okay, so we're going to measure in inches, not meters. So but if you're good with calculating, converting your inches to meters, then you can actually use meters. So if you're here now, please go get your what's it called, go get your tape and then a chalk. If you don't have a chalk, you can use a crayon to do that, but I would advise that you use a chalk so that if there's any mistake, you can actually wipe it off using water. Okay, so that's why you need to use chalk when drawing your guideline. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. Now this is how far we've come with stitching our wig. So you should have something like this if you stitch it properly using the double knot, just like I have. So just like that, I'm going to continue stitching until I've completed all round, right? So I'm also going to show you how to close this area, because if you close it in a wrong way, your closure is most likely going to be looking tacky on the end, this area. So when you get to this area, there's a way you stitch. You don't stitch like when you're making your outfit, when you're sewing your clothes. No, there's a different technique as to how to stitch your closure when you get to this end area. Now remember, when we started stitching, we didn't start stitching from this end, we started stitching from the middle. So if you're making your wigs, you start stitching your closure especially, but you can actually stitch your wigs from the beginning, like this, from the beginning, right, when you get to this end. But when you're making your closure, it's a different ball game. You want to achieve a seamless look, because like I said earlier, closure is actually like the most important part of your wig making process. So if you get it all wrong during your closure install, you're most likely going to get it wrong during your wig making process, because nobody is seeing behind of your wig, nobody is seeing in between your wig. Everybody is paying attention to your closure area. All right, everybody is paying attention to your closure area. So yeah, basically that's what you have to do. So just like that, you're going to do double knotting. Now we're close to the part where I said is very important. Now pay close attention to this part. Pay attention to how I stitch this area. It's very, 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 very important. I cannot overemphasize. Now you're going to take this, right? You go in, okay, you go in just like this, okay, and then you pull it out from here, okay. You do your double knotting still, just like this. You do your double knotting like this, and you pull, right? Now this is the most important part. This is the most crucial part. Now you notice that I already stitched the end part, right, meaning that I don't have to go in again. Now this is what you have to do. You put in your needle like this, just in between the cap, like this, and you pull it all the way down. Now pay attention to the distance from my closure area. Now you pull it all the way down, gently, gently, right? You pull it all the way down. Now when you get to this part, I don't know why this is tangling. Okay, when you pull it all the way down, right? Now when you get to this part, what you would need to do is to cut it out. So for this process, I think I might need, okay, I'll need to get my scissors regardless, but let's use my teeth for now. So you cut it out, okay. Now look at the length of this thread. So you're going to split it into two. There are four right here. It's four. So you split it into two, and then you tie it like this. So when you do this, you realize that this part of the closure, now I've tied it. You can go in multiple times, but I've done like the double knotting, right? Just like this. Now you notice that this part is still okay, just like it's meant to be. It's not bulky, it's just neat as it should be. Okay, so now we're going to cut this out, and then we're going to start stitching again from the middle. So I need to get my scissors. Okay, Gigi, come. Giovanna, come here. Move. So yeah, thank you guys for waiting. So now you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut it out gently. Make sure you're careful, you're gently cutting it out. Now look at that. This is what you should have. Now this is where I started stitching from, just here on at the middle. Now I'm going to start, and then I'll take it all the way down. Okay, remember we're stitching and we're using the double knotting process, right? So you're going to tie this under again. Please guys, hit the like button, guys. And then you're going to start stitching again from here all the way down. Remember I said we should get we're going to get our measuring tape, and we're going to get our measuring tape, and we're also going to get our chalk, or if you don't have a chalk, you can actually work with a crayon. Okay, so just like this, you're going to pull, and then the double knotting process just like this. Okay, and then you pull all the way down. Okay, you pull all the way down. You're going to repeat this process until you've completed, the stitching of the closure area. Closure area is very, very important. I can't overemphasize how important it is, because if you should get it wrong during the closure making, it's more like the foundation. This whole process is more like the foundation. If you don't get it right, you're going to have issues with your wigs. So you're going to continue this process just like that. Where's your pen? So you're going to continue this process just like this. You keep stitching all the way. Now after stitching, we're going to draw our guidelines. Okay, this is like the most important part. Like I said earlier, this is the most important part. If you get this right, there's nothing else that you can't get right. Okay, so just like this until we finally, completed the closure area. If you want to know how to make a wig from scratch, there are a lot of things that you guys did wrong, and this right here, getting the actual actually installing your closure right is one of those things. So if you're able to install your closure right, and you're able to draw your guideline right, you're actually good to go. That's the one thing that your wig stylists know more than you do, and hence the reason why they always charge you as much as they do, because they know these things and you don't. So you're going to continue the process. You just, go in with your thread, and then you pull. Now this is how far I have come. This is where I am, and one stitch all the way down. Now if you don't know how to close it in here, I'm going to show you. Hi Taurus Kalemons, how are you doing? Thank you. So just like this, you're going to continue stitching. Okay, you put in your thread, you double knot. Do not forget, at this point you should already know how to style your, properly install your closure if you've been following me. So you pull gently, right, and you should have this. So I'm going to show you how to also tie it when it gets to this point, because you do not want your closure to be lifting or your hair to be lifting. Okay, so in order to tie it there, it requires a certain type of technique, not the basic technique or the basic way you actually tie down um your your stitches when you're done stitching, especially when you're stitching your clothes. Okay, it's actually different, so you have to pay close attention to that. So I'm almost there. Okay, so I'm almost there. Let me show you how to properly stitch it, because you can actually do everything right, but when you don't do this right, you stand the chance of having like a bad week at the end of the day, right? So just like this, you pull, Make sure not to make any mistake before getting to this point. Be very careful. Be very careful. So you go in. Okay, now I'm very close. I'm going to show you how to stitch properly when you get to this point. Okay, so but right now we're still trying to secure the closure. So you go in with your needle and thread, and then you do this double knot, and then you pull. Okay, you pull, and then you go in again just like this. You take from the wig cap, and then you just put it into the closure, and then just like this, and then you go in. Okay, you go in. Try as much as you can not to let the hair get into the needle and the thread. It's going to do a lot of good. Now we're almost close to the not the finishing area. Now even if you have like a very good sewing or stitches, when you don't get your finishing right, whatever it is you're doing, if the finishing is not as clean or as neat, you're going to encounter bad review, right? So now this is the part where you have to pay close attention. Pay attention to this part. Now pay close attention to this area. Now you're going to put it in just like this, and you're going to pull. Okay, make sure you pull, and then you're going to do this double knotting, right? And then you're going to pull again just like this, and then you're going to go in again like this. Okay, be very careful. Now we're at the final part and we're at the finishing part, so you need to pay attention. Pay close attention. This is where a lot of wig makers get it wrong, and they start complaining that, oh, my closure keeps lifting and I don't know what to do. It's actually how they finished, how their finishing came out. Okay, that will determine the results that they would get. So just like this. Now the parts that you've all been waiting for, right? Just like this, right? Just like this, and you pull gently. Don't know if you guys can see. Then you pull gently all the way down. Now the next thing you want to do is take your scissors, right, and you cut here. Make sure it's a bit far from where your closure is. Now you're going to now take this, right, split it into two, and then you tie it just like this, and you pull. You tie and you pull. You can tie as many times as you want, but I like to tie mine 3 times. Now after tying that, you should go in with your scissors and then you cut it out. Now the part that's very very important, and I want you guys to pay attention to, is the guideline. Now we've already secured our closure, and this is what we have. Your closure area, especially if you're working with a 5x5 closure, you should have something like this, like an M shape, okay, at this point of the hair. If you don't have this, it means that you did it all wrong. Trust me, it means that you're doing it all wrong. You should have something like this when you're done. Now we're done stitching the closure. The next thing we want to do now is to go on and draw our guideline, which is very very important. Now I said you should get your chalk and your tape, so let me get my tape. Ugo, leave here now, leave here. What's your issue? Come and eat your egg. And see your turn. So let me get my tape. I have a pink tape and I have a blue tape. So which one would you guys want me to use? Should I use the blue tape or the pink tape? Which one would you guys prefer? The pink or the blue? I actually got the blue one really, and I've had this one for a while now. So do you want the pink or do you want the blue? Let's go. Anyways, what matters is how we draw a guideline and which of the guideline which one works better, right? So now I'm going to be using the pink one because it has this head, right? It has this head. Mind you, we're going to be working with inches. Now this is inches, right, not meters. Okay, but if you're good with calculating your meters, it's okay, you can actually work with your meters, but I like to work with my inches. Now I said earlier when we started that we're going to be using more of these little pins. It's the office pin. Now what you want to do now is take this tape, right, you place it at the end. Now this is the end where your closure area ended here. So you take it and then you put it here at the middle. Okay, now you pay attention, you see that I have 10 inches here. Okay, mine is 10 inches. Okay, all the way down. Now you're going to pin it. Okay, use this pin, look for the area that has that's free, not from the hook, of course. Now this is what I have 10. Are you guys following? Please give me a thumbs up, like the stream if you're following. So now you're going to also pin this area as well. Mind you, we're going to be making use of our pins a lot. So you pin this area here where you have the 10 inches, right? And then you pin it. Now what you want to do next is to carry your chalk. Now I like to use my chalk. A lot of people use their crayon, some use stick pen, some use, depending on what you want to use. So now pay attention closely as to how we manage to, now this, if you pay attention, notice that it's in the middle. Now it's in the middle. Okay, so make sure your tip is at the middle rather. So now all you want to do now is, I'm going to, for this week I want it to be very full, if possible very very bulky, because my clients want it to be very 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 full. Please guys, let's leave a like, double tap your screen guys, double tap, thank you. And also make sure to subscribe to this channel. Now what you want to do now is, I want this week to be very very full. And since I want this week to be full, all I have to do is 1 inches. I'm going to be sewing 1 inches right apart. Now don't start marking your guidelines from the top. That's where a lot of you get it wrong. You start mapping out your guidelines from the bottom, okay, and then you work your way all the way to the top. Okay, especially if you're working with a 5x5 closure, a 6x6, a frontal wig. Yes, but if you're working, even when you're working with a 2x6, it's advisable that you start marking your guideline from the bottom and you work your way up. Okay guys, so now let's start. Now I have 10, but I'm not going to mark here, because if I mark here I won't be able to draw anything here because there's no space around here. So I'll have to mark from 9, right? You mark from 9. Look at my yellow mark, just one, forget this. Okay, you mark 9. Pay very close attention. If you get it all wrong here, you're going to get it wrong. I cannot overemphasize, if you get it wrong here, you're going to get your wig wrong. So you need to pay close attention to every step of this wig making process. Now we already got 9, right? Now we're going to get 8. Okay, 8. We're going to get 7. We're going to get 6. We're going to get 5. We're going to get 4, right? We're going to get 3, and then 2, and then 1. Okay, now if you follow this step, you should have something like this. Okay, now you also want to repeat the same process on the other area before you take out your tape. Okay, so you're going to mark this, you're going to mark 8. Remember, 7, we're working with just 1 inches apart. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you should have something like this if you followed this tutorial step by step. Now we're done creating our guidelines, right? Not completely. Okay, so you're going to mark this all the way down. You're going to also mark this all the way down, but first we have to take out our tape. Okay, so now if for the moment you're done with this tape, okay, you're done working with your tape. Okay, so all you need to do is take out the pins and keep the tape aside. Now you should have something like this when you take out your tape. Now what you need to do now is you bring the lines together. Okay, just like this. Okay, you draw this all the way here. Okay, all the way here, all the way here. Okay, all the way here. Hi. Hello. All the way here. Hi. Hello. All the way here. Hi. Okay. Hi. Drawing your guideline is very, very important as making the entire wig. If you get it wrong during that process, you've actually gotten it all wrong. Now you should have something like this. Now the next thing you want to do is to draw it from edge to edge, from edge to edge, from edge to edge. Okay, now this is what I like to do. I like to draw mine just like this. Make sure it's very straight. Okay, make sure it's very, very straight, just like this. Okay, just like this. Sometimes it's slightly slanty, but what do we do? Just like this. Okay, be very careful at this point because this is how you're going to stitch your wig. Okay, this is what I have, and this is how I'm going to stitch my wig, so I need to be very careful when drawing my guidelines. Okay, so just like this, you're careful. That's why it's advisable you make use of your chalk, because when you make use of your chalk and then you encounter any mistake, it's easier for you to wipe it out, just like I did earlier. So just like this, you go gently. You're also going to repeat the same process on the other end. Okay, just like this. Okay, gently. Okay, just like this. Now look at that, I made a mistake here and I'm able to wipe it out because I'm using my chalk, right? So just like this. Yes, baby. So just like this, and then this next one, just like this. Okay. Okay. And then this one is going to come all the way down to this part. Now remember, we're working with a 5 by 5 closure, so you don't expect it to be equal. You should have this at the top. Okay, now I've completely drawn the guideline of this angle, but I'm yet to draw the guideline of this angle, and I'm supposed to, complete the guideline because of course we're stitching all the way down. Now we're going to now draw the guideline all the way here. Okay, so just like this, like this. Okay, Mama, what is it? Sorry guys, I have to do this off camera and I'll show you guys when I'm done. Just like this, you stitch your map. If I'm doing it on camera, you're most likely not going to see it either, so I have to just do it like this. But you already have an idea of what we want to achieve here, so you go ahead and you draw it just like this. Okay, just like this. I'm trying to be as fast as I can. Now if you pay attention to the other angle, this is what we have, so you should have something like this. And if you have any question, please leave them in the comments and I'll be here to answer. Okay, over here we don't gatekeep. I give you detailed tutorial of everything. If I'm not, it's either I'm showing you everything or I'm not showing you everything, so I make sure to give you detailed tutorial. Okay, so just like that, you're going to map out your guideline. This guideline cannot be overly emphasized because when, make sure everything is okay. Just make sure everything is okay. Yeah, so this is what we have. But I think I made a little mistake, so I need to, so yeah, so the next thing you want to do is take all the way down to this end. Now guys, this is what we have. This is what you should have if you actually follow the tutorial step by step. Okay, you should have this. This is what your wig guideline should look like. Now the next thing we want to do now is to start stitching. Of course, we already laid our foundation and this is what we have. So we're going to start stitching. Okay, now I already showed you guys the wig I'm working on. Yeah, this is it. This is it. So let's take it one weft at a time. One weft at a time. I think this is actually long, so I wouldn't want to make use of this. So I have to look for the shorter ones. These longer ones have to be in front because we don't want to like keep going back and forth. So these are long. These are like the longer ones. Make sure they are like this. Okay, just make sure they're like this. Yeah, I'm trying to get like the shorter ones. The shorter ones have to be behind. They have to be at the back. Okay, so yeah, I think I got one. Let me see. Yeah, I do. So I'm going to work with this behind. Make sure that the shorter wefts are always behind. Always make sure of that. Now I'm going to work with the one behind. Okay, just like this. Now the first thing you want to do, now you need to pay attention, right? Close attention to this. Now you already have your guideline, you already fixed your closure, and matter of fact, you're done making this wig. The only thing now is to stitch. Now, and this part is very, very crucial. Please pay attention. I cannot overemphasize. Now you're going to go in with this thread first, just like this. Okay, pay attention, guys. So you have to go in like this, and then you pull. Okay, you pull it. Now you pull. You're not going to double knot it yet. Now you're going to now go in with this. This part is very, very crucial, you guys. I can't overemphasize. Now you're going to go in with the wig, right? Just like this. Make sure the both ends are side by side, and I like to double my weft so it's fuller. Now you already have your threads in, right? The next thing you want to do is to put that thread inside the, to put it inside here. Please guys, like the stream. Let's like the stream, please. Let's like the stream. So just like this, you're going to put this in like this. Okay, you're going to put this in. Okay, and then you're going to put it here. Mama. Yes, baby. You're going to put it here, and then you're going to pull. Okay. Wait, come out of there. Come out of there. So you're going to pull. Mind you, we're not double stitching yet. We're not double knotting yet. Okay. So you're just going to pull, just like that. Make sure there are no wefts on the way. Right, so you're gonna pull. Now you're not, mind you, you've not stitched. Now you're going to go in again, just like this. And this time you're going to double knot, just like this. 1, 2. I used to do 3, but when you do make 3 knots, it's very difficult for you to tighten it, right? So now you're going to all the way, just like this, all the way to the end of your guideline. Okay, good. Hey, good luck with your projects. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you so much. So just like this, you're going to go in again. You're actually stitching on the guideline. Now you've seen the reason why we had to draw that guideline, right? It's very, 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 very important. So you're going to pull, and then you're going to go in again, just like this. Okay, and you're going to pull. You're basically stitching on the guideline. Now I'm going to show you the after look of this, so you understand properly why you have to pay attention and then draw your guideline. If you follow this tutorial step by step, trust me, you're going to be able to make a perfect wig at the end, and you don't have to always have, go out to source for it. So you double knot and you pull, just like this. You're stitching on, not besides, not below, not above, just on your guideline. Okay, just like this, and then you're going to double knot, right? And then you pull it, and then you pull it, and you pull, just like that. Okay, you go in, right, and you double knot, like come out of there, come out of there. Yeah, Sorry, baby, sorry. Don't mind Gigi. So you're going to pull just like this. Okay. Now we're gradually getting to where you're going to see the afterlook. So pay attention. So you stitch just like this. Okay. On your guideline, remember, always stitch on your guideline. Sorry, Mama. Stay this way. Stay this way, yeah? Boo. Stay like this. I'm giving you everything now. Take. And then you pull just like this. Okay. And then you go in again. And then you pull. Okay. Don't forget, stitch on the guideline. Always stitch on your guideline. Okay, always make sure to stitch on your guideline just like this. Okay, stitch on the guideline, not above, not below, not beside, just on your guideline. That's the reason why you drew the guideline in the first place, right? So just like this. Okay, and you pull. Okay, just like this. Dada is coming. Then you stitch and you pull. Always make sure to double knot it, and always make sure to pull it just like I'm doing. Pull it very well. Don't be scared. You're in control and you're in charge. So you go in just like this. Okay. Whoosh. You go in and you pull. You double stitch and you pull. If you make your wig like this, trust me, you have no reason to, if you're able to follow this tutorial step by step, you have no reason to go to a wig stylist. I bet you. Daddy, what did Daddy do? Sorry, baby. So now just like this, you go in and you pull. Okay, guys, you need to stay tuned to see the afterlook of this wig. Trust me, I made this wig earlier and then my client was like, it's so tight. Another thing I want to do, this is like the added tip, right, for you. Before making your wig, always make sure that you all know your head size. Always make sure to know your head measurement. Mine is 22 and most average women have head size 22, right? They have like head size 22. So yeah, now we're almost at the end. You'll see how this is looking so that you understand why we did what we did. Okay, now some people like to use like the machine to stitch. Some people like to use their hand. I don't like to use my hand. If I had the machine, I would use the machine. So just like this. Okay, and then you go all the way. Now this is a very, very important fact that I want you to pay attention to when making your wig. Now you have to go all the way to the next line, which is this. You wig all the way to the next line so that you'll be able to turn it and continue stitching. So just like this, right? You go in, okay, all the way up. You have to curve your hand in a way, right? And then you take this and you double stitch like this and you pull. Okay, you pull, right? And then you go in again. You double. Make sure you stitch until you've gotten to the next line, right? The next guideline, and you double stitch and you pull, right? Now the next thing you want to do, pay close attention. You're going to raise your thread all the way up and you're going to bring the hair in like this so you can continue stitching all the way down. So just like this. Okay, and then you put in your thread and you go and you double knot just like this and you pull. Now whatever mistake you make on during this process is going to be visible. Trust me, it's going to be visible, but I'm sure that if you follow this tutorial, you're not going to make either of those mistakes. Okay, please guys, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments and I'll be replying you. Over here we don't get skip. I make sure to tell you everything. If I'm not giving you everything, I'm not even giving you at all. You get? So if you're a wig stylist and you're struggling, please let me know the areas that you're struggling and I'll see if I can help you. And if you're a DIY, you want to do your wig yourself, you want to learn how to make these things yourself at home, please leave a message. Even if it's not about wig making, even if it's wig styling, even if it's whatever, just leave a message or a comment and I would reply you. Okay, so now you're going to continue stitching. Okay, now every step of this wig making process is very, very important. I can't overemphasize that. Now this is what we have currently. This is what we have currently. Okay, you should have this. Hi, I want to do this. Felicia Mendes. Oh, Felicia, if you've not seen this video, if you are not watching from beginning, first step for you to learn how to make this is for you to go ahead and watch this video from the beginning. I showed how to, you know, how to first of all install your closure. Now after installing your closure, the next thing you want to do is to draw your guideline, which I also showed you how to draw your guidelines. I also showed you the tools and you basically need your tape, your measuring tape, and your chalk or your crayon or your tip pen, whatever it is you want to use to draw your guideline, it's okay. But I'll advise you use your chalk, because when you use your chalk, when there's a mistake, you can clean it up and start over again. That's why you need to make use of your chalk. Now after that, the next thing you want to do is to stitch in your wigs and your wefts, and you're good to go. Now if you want to learn how to stitch your weft, which is the part that we are at now, I would advise that you wait and then see how I stitch in this weft. This is the first weft that I'm stitching, and this is how far I have come. So I'll continue now. Now if you want to stitch your weft, you just basically go in with your thread. I like to fold mine into 4. It depends on how you like to fold yours. Now the next thing you want to do now is to go in just like this from below, just here, just like this, and then you take it in. Of course you already have like your cap. I need to see it. Okay, so from below like this, and you bring it out from the cap just like this. Okay, just like this. And then the next thing you want to do is to fold into 2, and then you pull. It shouldn't be more than 2 and it shouldn't be less than 2, and then you pull it. That's just what you do. Okay, now you're stitching on your guideline, you're stitching on the line. Okay, this is the line, this is mine, and I'm stitching on the line. Okay, basically stitching on the line. If you stitch above the line or beneath the line, you're going to have a rough, and your job is not going to come out clean. So if you're able to follow this tutorial step by step, Felicia, you should be able to make your own wig at home. Okay, I always give you detailed tutorials. I don't gatekeep. Okay, so remember, double knot and you pull it just like that and you stretch it. So I'm almost done with this weft. It's remaining just small, and then I'm going to show you how to apply the weft, because you're just joining. I'm going to do it over again. Now this is what is left. I have to stitch it and I'll add more weft around this area. Okay, so just like that, you're going to and then you pull. Make sure you're double wefting. Anytime you want to tie it, make sure it's double. Now guys, this is what we have currently. Please guys, leave a thumbs up on this video and make sure to subscribe. Thank you. So this is what we have currently. Maybe you guys were not seeing, so let me raise it up. So this is what we currently have. Okay, this is what we have. So we're going to keep stitching from here all the way down. Now let me get the next weft. So this is it. I'm going to be working with this weft now all the way from here, right? I placed it on the guideline, remember, all the way down. Okay, all the way down. So I think I'll go in with I like to make use of the shorter weft. Yeah, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So sometimes I like to count mine so it's easier. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I think I have more here. 6, right? So I think it should be enough, because some I have to double them. So just like that. We're going to now go in like this. I advise that the shorter wefts are behind, so if they have any errors, you can actually cover them. You can actually cover them. So just like this. Now for Felicia that is asking that she wants to learn how to do this, this is a very clear tutorial for you. Now what you have to do is, now you already have your threads here, right? Hello Felicia, are you still there? So I know if I'm talking to myself. So you already have this, right? Now you're going to place this on the guideline. Remember, you drew this guideline for a reason. Now you're going to go in with this, okay, and then you're going to go in under the guideline just like this, and then you're going to pull. Now it's advisable that on your first the first time you're actually pulling this, it's advisable that you don't knot it yet, okay. It's advisable that you don't knot it first, so if there's any mistake, if there's any correction, you'll be able to correct it, okay. So you pull it, okay, you pull, make sure you're very very careful, you pull. Now you're going to go in again, okay, just like this, right? You're going to go in just like this again and come out here. Make sure you're not exceeding the guideline, okay. Now you're going to double knot just like this and you pull, okay. I also have another wig that I would want to make, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. I mean, except you guys want me to do that, then I will. Now you're going to go in again. Stop, stop, stop. Come out of there. You double knot, remember, and then you pull, okay. Always double knot and then you pull. You go back in, you double knot, okay, just like this, and then you pull, okay. Always make sure to double knot because it helps the wig, it makes it very tight, because I've had cases where people, you know, I've seen, or rather I've seen, because it's not me, I already know these things, so I've seen people complain about how they've already like done their, they wore their wig, and then at the end of the day started losing from the bottom, and I'm sure that you don't want that, right? So you just have to go in like this and make sure to always double knot it, right? Double, just like this. So I used to make 3 before, but I had to stop because it becomes really really tight, and then sometimes some people like to make their wig over again, so they don't actually, you know, have the time to start losing it, and when it becomes really tight is a problem. So yeah, just like that, you're going to continue. Make sure you're stitching on the guideline. Make sure you're always stitching on the guideline, just like this, okay. If you stitch on the guideline, you should have this, okay. Now this is a coily wig. I'm most likely going to style this wig on my, on here. Once I'm done, I'm going to style it and I'm going to put it on, so you guys will see that what we did is actually very very clear, okay. This child, take. Yeah, measure me. So you guys see that what we did is actually very clear. Yeah, just like that. Now look at that. This is what wig making is all about. It's actually all about patience and time. If you're wigging with a machine, it's really difficult. It's not that difficult and it doesn't take this much time. But if you're wigging with your hands, it takes more time. But then it gets the job done, right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So you're basically going to do this until, come out of there. Come out. Come out. So now, what is the issue? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Dada, Dada, Dada is coming. Dada. What do you want? You are hungry. Yeah, come, let me give you food. See your eggs, you've not finished it. So guys, this is how far we've come. So we're going to repeat this process until we're done. Yeah, sit down. Sorry, yeah? Sorry, baby, sorry. Mama. Say hello. Mama, say hi. Babu, look now. Say hi. Don't want to look at them. Don't want to look at them. See, see. See now. Say hi. You're not letting me walk. Eh? Yeah, you don't want to look at them. Say hi. Guys, you're shy. It's okay. Okay? It's okay. So, we're going to continue stitching. Right? What is it, baby? Don't cry. Don't. Okay? So, just like this, double knots, remember. I'm also going to do like a heatless curls on this hair. I'm thinking if I should do a heatless curl or I should just straighten the hair rather, because I'm sure that a lot of you already know how to do like heatless curls. It's not new, but of course if you do not know how to make your heatless curls, I made a detailed tutorial on how to, you know, do a proper heatless curls, right? And I would suggest you go and watch. So yeah, basically this is what we have. I'm almost rounding up. This not the entire week per se, but I'm almost rounding up, like whoosh, just like this. Making a wig should not be difficult. If you draw your guideline, every other thing, we've actually done like the most difficult part of this week. We've actually done the most difficult part of this week. Making a wig should not be that. It says, Mama, move so I don't choke this needle on your face. So yeah, I would show you guys the aftermath now. Let me just, okay, stitch this and then we're going to go ahead and continue. What is this now? I don't want this. I really don't want to make another thread because I already made the threads that I need for this. So I really don't want to make another thread. I just want to make sure that I exhaust this thread. Now guys, this is what we have. This is what we have, basically. This is what we have. You can actually comb out and it won't fall out. This is what we have. So at this point now, I'm going to add another one here and then I'll continue. But before that, we'll have to like go ahead and insert this like this. Okay, insert this here because we don't want to start from here, right? So we insert this and take it all the way to the top here. Make sure it gets here. Okay, now this is me showing you how to manage your thread. So if you cut it here, it's going to have issues. So now this is the next weft, right? If this is your first time, please leave a like the stream and subscribe. Thank you. So now the next thing you want to do now is to basically go in with this weft. Now if you pay attention, you notice that it's double. Okay, it's double. But if your weft is single, it's advisable that you fold it in two if you know that you're going to stitch the hair, you know, using just one guideline. Okay, so now the next thing you want to do now, we already have our threads. All you have to do now, right, is to go in like this, place it here, place this part here, just like this. Okay, here, and then you go in with your needle like this. Okay, and then you go in just like that. Like I said, when inserting like the first weft, you don't have to knot it, so you just basically go in like this, and then the second time when you're doing that, that's when you're going to knot it. Now this is what knotting means. Just like this, you take it and you wrap it twice around, and then you pull it. Okay, and you pull it, so you have this. Now you're going to continue this process until you've completely, stitched it all around this guideline. Now that's the reason why you have this guideline. Okay, you've completely stitched it around this guideline, so just like this. Okay, take it out, and then you double knot, and then you pull it. If you double knot your wig like this, trust me, you're not going to have issues with your wig for years. That's the reason why a lot of people prefer handmade wig. They don't like the machine made wig because they feel like it's going to start losing at any point, which is true sometimes, but sometimes it's not. If the person actually knows what they are doing, it won't start losing at any time. Okay, so just like that, double knot, and then you pull it just like this. You double knot, and then you pull it just like this. Okay, double knots. When I was learning wig making, I always like to pay attention to every details, because I know that when I miss one step, it's going to be difficult for me to rectify it. And I also understand that it's actually good for you to learn from one person. I know you will see other people and then you can actually upgrade, yeah, but it's actually good to learn from one person, and then you understand how this person does their thing, and then it's easier for you to now do your own thing. Do you get? So yeah, just like this, you're going to continue stitching until you're able to, like, stitch all through the guideline. Make sure you're stitching all through your guideline. Be very, very, very careful. You're stitching on your guideline and not below, not above, not beneath, just under, just on the guideline, on the guideline, because you drew this guideline for a reason, right? Or for a purpose, rather. Drew it for a purpose. So you're going to continue. Always make sure that you're stitching towards the right direction. So you pull and you pull, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to teach you something else. I know that a lot of people has left, but I'm going to teach you something else. Now, if you notice that my thread is already short, and it's at this point I need to add more thread. Now, this is what you do, right? Where's my scissors now? Okay, so this is what you do at this point. Pay close attention. You're going to cut it from here. Okay, these steps are basically similar to each other, so you're going to now divide it into two, because I have 4 threads here. So you divide it into two, and then you're going to tie it like this. You're going to tie it like this. I like to tie mine into 3, but sometimes some people like tie theirs into 2. I like to be on the safer side. Now you're going to take it out just like that. Okay, now here's another method of, so this is how you now put in your threads, right? You now put in your threads. I don't know why this is like this, because this child, I already asked her not to touch anything, and I'm sure that she touched something. I'm sure she did, because tell me why this thread now is now tangling. What did you touch here now? Please, please, what did you touch? What's funny? And you're laughing, and you're laughing. Anyways, let me see if I can take another one. Gosh. I'm still going to have to come back to it. So now you're going to now continue stitching. So you go in on the same spot at which you took out the first thread from, and then you pull. Remember, you're not always going to have, I forgot to tie here, and see what happened. So I have to tie it so it doesn't pull out. Okay, so we're going to go in on the same spot that we took out the threads from, just like this. Mind you, you're not knotting now. You're not going to knot now. So you go in again. The second time you're going in, that's when you're going to knot it. Okay, now you're going to double knot it like this, and you're going to pull. Okay, you're going to double knot it. You go in and you double knot just like this, and then you pull it just like this. You go in double knots and you pull. You're going to continue this process until you've completely, got, stitched on the guideline all the way. Now we're stitching on the guideline, not beneath, not below, not above, and there's a reason why. You want to have a seamless wig at the end of the day. Okay, so just like that, you stitch all the way, just like that. You stitch all the way. Now, if this is your first time, please guys, like the stream, turn on your post notification. Okay, so now just like that, you're going to continue. Okay, we're going to continue. Make sure to always double knot it. Okay, now this is how far we've come. This is what we have currently. Okay, this is what we have currently. Look at that. Even if I try to pull it, it doesn't come down because it's very, very tight. Now we're going to continue stitching all the way down. Okay, if you want to learn the process of wig making, this is your cue, or your clue rather, to subscribe to this channel. I'm also going to be styling this wig tomorrow on my stream. I'm going to be doing like the heatless coils, and then my client she doesn't like it when I take out the rods, because I'm going to be using a flexi rod to achieve the heatless coil. Now that heatless coils, it is different heatless coils from the one you do at home. Okay, now I'm going to be making use of hair mousse and water to style this coils. Yes, on my next live stream I'm going to be styling this hair. I'm going to be using water. I'm most likely going to be either do it now. I'm not sure whether I'm not sure if I should do it now or maybe do it on my next stream. Okay, I'll show you how to make use of your hair mousse and water to achieve a heatless coils. You don't need any other. People try to make these things, especially hairstylists. I know this and I know why we're doing it. We try to make these things look very, very complex, to make people feel like, oh, hairstyling is very difficult, when it's not in the real sense. So if you have your flexi rods, for that process you're going to be needing just 3 items, which are your flexi rod. I'm going to show you what flexi rod is. You're going to make use of the flexi rod, your water, just water, you're not having any mixture inside, then your hair mousse, you're good to go. Now that heatless coil is going to last you for weeks. If you manage it properly, it's going to last for up to 3 weeks. But if you don't manage it properly and you wear it every day, it's going to last for about 2 weeks, right? Just water and hair mousse, you're good to go. I also did a tutorial which I have on my video, on my page rather, where I showed you how to achieve a heatless coil using just water and hair mousse. And if you have not seen that video, I don't know what you're waiting for. I advise that you see the video. You get? It's very, very easy, very, very detailed. Everything on my page is beginner friendly. Like, these are things that your professional hairstylist would do, but they make it seem very, very complex, right? They make it seem very, very complex. But I know that you guys over here, you understand these things, and you know how it works. So you let me know which of the tutorial you would like to see next on my page. Of course, I already said I'm going to show you how to achieve a heatless coil, right? But I want to know which tutorial you would like to see on my page next. Mama, hold on, let me see. Okay. Any area that you're struggling with, just let me know in the comments. I'm actually making this tutorial for those of you that are struggling with making your own wig from at home, and you always have to give it to a hairstylist. And I know how expensive this can be in some places. So I just believe that in your leisure time, you all should be able to do this. Like, when you're free, instead of having to always go to hairstylists. And sometimes you go to a hairstylist and they are fully booked, and you're like, okay, so what do I do now? You now start either making another appointment somewhere else, or trying to, you know, change the date, or trying to inconvenience yourself. But over here, we don't do that. When you know how to do all these things, you can even do them at night instead of sleeping. You just go ahead and, you know, start making your wig, you know, be having fun with it, just like I'm doing now. Just like I'm doing now. I'm home now, and then I'm doing, I know that this is a client's job. And as also, if you do not know how to do this, you want to, you know, send down your wigs for me to style, for me to take care of them, I would suggest that you send me an email. My email is in my bio. So yeah, basically, this is what you should have. Big making process is not complex. People just try to make it complex. Okay, so this is how far we've come. This is what we have. Okay, and then we're going to continue until we've completed everything on the guideline. Wig making process shouldn't be that complex. Now I'm going to show you how to properly style your how to make, this is actually a glueless wig. I know it's a 5x5, but some people make 5x5, they make it and it's not glueless, and sometimes it's just alarming. It's actually easy. These things are easy. I know it's time consuming. If you're paying anybody, it should be for the time and not because you do not know how to do these things. Do you get? If you're paying anybody to do anything for you, it should be because of the time, right? Not because, you know, you do not have the knowledge of it, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So this is how far I've come. I'm going to continue just like that. Okay. I like to just draw by and then pin it at the end, so it's easier for me to stitch. Just like that. Okay, please let me know which other tutorial you like to see, and I'll have it ready. Okay, if you realize, if you pay attention, you notice that the tools that we used are not complex. The tools that we used are not complex. All you need for this process is just your wig cap, your thread, and your needle, your tape, measuring tape. These are like the basic things you should have at home. Your measuring tape, and then your, what next? What next? Your chalk or crayon or tea pen, and then yeah, you're good to go. I'm sure that a lot of us have our measuring tape at home, so it's not as if it's a new thing, right? So yeah, I'm done here now. I'll just have to, this is what I have after sewing on my guideline, right? See how straight it is. That's the reason why I cannot overemphasize how important it is for you to draw your guideline before you start stitching. It's very, very important. Now you're going to tie this here gently. We tie it just like this. I like to tie mine into 3, while some tie theirs into 4. So just like this, you tie, and then you're going to cut it out. Cut it out just like that, and you should have this. Okay, so I'm going to continue. I actually trimmed this hair and I don't like how it's coming out, but I'm sure that by the time I finish I can fix that. Mama. Yes, baby. So I don't know how this got to this point. That's why I keep telling this girl, don't near this thing. I don't like it. Don't near it. And she keeps coming close to it. She keeps coming close to it. And now this is what I have to deal with. I have to just take this out. Gigi, don't touch any of my things. Don't touch any of my stuff anymore. Don't try it. Do you hear me? Don't try it. Now I have to deal with this. Anyways, I'll just have to compromise. So I already drew out my threads. All I need to do now is just go in, continue. This is how far we've come, and then yeah, this is how far we've come, and I'm going to keep stitching around my guideline all the way down. Yes, all the way down. Remember, when you're first inserting the thread, you don't have to like stitch, you just have to draw it out, right? And then now you have to go in like this, right? Go in like this, and then now you can now double knot and you pull it. Please guys, let's leave a like on the video. Thank you. So just like that, you're going to continue stitching. Okay, you're going to keep stitching until you finally, gotten your desired results. This, if by now you do not know how to like make a wig at home from scratch, I actually think something is wrong, because this is a detailed tutorial. This is very, 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 very detailed. This is very detailed, and I'm sure I'm saying the truth. You double knot and you pull. Always make sure to double knot, or else your wig is not going to be as tight. Some people just go in and they go out, they don't even knot it at all, not to talk of double knotting, and then their wig keeps giving them issues. I made a wig for someone like that, and I remember one time she complained, and that's how I actually discovered this double knotting. She complained and she said that the wig is, she doesn't understand. She just said, I think what the word she used was that there's something off about this wig. I can't feel it. I don't understand it. And I'm like, okay, I know where the problem is coming from. So I had to like research, and I figured, oh, I have to double knot it so it's really, really tight. So it's not losing, or it's not, it doesn't feel very free on her head. So I had to like make it again. And if there's anything I hate to do, is to have to make a wig again, all over again from scratch. I don't like that. So I try as much as I can to be very patient when working on a client's wig, right? I try as much as I can to be very patient. So yeah, just like this. Yes, baby. So yeah, there we go. I'm going to be I'll try as much as I can to style this wig on this string, so that tomorrow I know that I'm just going to just put it under the sun to dry up. And I'm also going to put on this wig on my head when I'm done. So you see that everything we did here came out really, 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 really nice. Okay, so yeah, just like that, we're done with this weft. So I have to add another weft. Look at that. So I have to add another weft here to continue to this point. Okay, so I need like a shorter one. This one will do a great job, but this one, this is long. I don't want to use this to complete it. I need a shorter one. Make sure you use all the short wefts behind the hair. Make sure all of them are behind, because if you now want to use them in front, you're not going to like the outcome. So it's advisable you always make use of. So now I'm going to just attach it here, and I'll continue all the way to this point, right? So just like this, you first of all place it place the weft. Now they are double. Look at that. It's double. This is one and this is two. So it's double. You just double them. I already doubled this when I was making the wig, so that's the reason why I didn't show you guys. So you just go in like this, right? You go in with your thread like this, put it under, and then you just put it underneath the guideline, just like this, and then you go in, right? You go in like this, and then you pull it. Okay, now remember, the first time you're going in with your thread, you don't have to the first time you're going in with your thread, you don't have to knot it, so you just have to go in all the way. Go all the way in. Okay, make sure to take this out of the way. Okay, so you go all the way in. Now it's the second time that you're doing that you have to knot it, which is this. So you go in like this now, just like this, and then you now knot it. Make sure it's double, just like this, and then you pull it. Okay, you pull it just like that, and then you're good to go. You're going to now continue stitching all the way here. Make sure you're stitching on the guideline. Okay, you're stitching on the guideline just like this. Okay, if you stitch on the guideline, there's no way your wig is going to come out otherwise. There's no way. Always make sure to stitch on the guideline. Guys, you guys, if you followed my instruction, there's no way you're going to not learn how to make a wig. Do you get? And even style. If you're following me, you should be able to learn how to make a wig, style the wig, and learn how to do different styles. Either the straightening is actually the basic. Like if you want to straighten your hair, it's actually very easy. Anybody can straighten your hair. But then using your coiler rather, and then also using your flexi rod and using your plastic rollers, those are like a little bit complex for beginners, but my tutorials are beginner friendly. Okay, so it's something that you can learn in less than a week. You should be a professional hairstylist. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. So yeah, just like this. And then you pull. Always make sure to double knot. This one person that has been watching me since, you're not saying anything. And the person that just been, I think you always join my stream every day, like every day. Every day. So yeah, just like that, you're going to pull, and then we're already at the end part. We're going to just continue. We're almost done, but I'm a bit skeptical about this hair, if it's going to be enough, but I'll try as much as I can to make sure that it is enough. I think I still have some of the hairs in my bag, so if it's not enough, I'll just go in there, get it, and then continue. Thank God I didn't trash it. I almost trashed it because I was like, this hair is too full already, so there's actually no point. And I'm like, you're not supposed to trash it because this lady might come back, right? So that's how I left it. And now there you have it. So now at this point, we've gotten to this part. Now you have to take it all the way back, so you keep stitching on the guideline, right? So you take it all the way back, so you keep stitching on the guideline. Please guys, let's hit the like button. If this is your first time, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I bring you hair tutorial, hair tips, that can help you make your hair at home. You don't always have to go to your hairstylist each time you want to style or make your hair. Okay, so that being said, let's continue. So you're going to turn it over just like this. This is how it was. So you're going to turn it over, and then you're going to stitch like this all the way. Okay, double knots. Remember, this is not a fresh thread, nor is it a fresh weft, so we've already been using it. So you just have to continue just the way you were using it. Okay, so just like that, you double knot and you pull. Okay, you double knot. Yes, baby, and you pull. Yes, Gigi. See where you took those hairs to, bring them back, please. Honestly, working when a child is around is just so complex. So this is what you should have, right? So you're going to continue stitching all the way down, just like this. If you follow your guideline properly, you should be able to make a wig at the end of this video. I already showed you guys how to draw your guideline. I already showed you how to take your measurements. I already showed you how to um, install your closure before you stitch, because that's like the first step and that's your first guideline. If you're able to install your closure before you stitch, you should be able to make a wig. That's very, very easy. Okay, your closure and your guideline are the most crucial parts. Now stitching is not even all that difficult so long as you know how to stitch. So remember when I wanted to learn how to make a wig, the lady that taught me, I actually learned virtually. Like I learned just like I'm teaching you now, virtually. So the lady that wanted to show me how to make a wig, she told me one thing, and she said if I want to, hey baby, welcome. She said if I want to learn how to make a wig, the most important part is for me to learn how to make the closure. Okay, so if I know how to make the closure,
drop the hair, drop the hair.
give me that.
Yes.
She has cooked though. Baby, welcome.
How are you?
So if you want to learn how
Thank
to,
you, my love. How are you now?
I'm fine. How to make a wig, you should know how to make a closure first. So when she said that, I paid close attention to the closure and then how she draw her guideline. And she asked me another thing. She asked me if I know how to stitch, like how you stitch your clothes at home. I said yes, I know how to. She said good, that she doesn't have a problem then. That is very, very easy for her to teach me. I'm like, okay, so let's go in. So that was how we started, and in less than, I actually learned how to make I learned how to make a wig the same day. Because although I already had, some sort of experience before she taught me how to make it. So it was easy. As soon as she just showed me, I just adapted immediately. So yeah, now we're done with this weft. This is where it ended. Now we're going to add another one and take it all the way down. Never leave your wig halfway, like never leave any space, because when you wear it, especially when you're under the sun, you're going to see it's going to be transparent. You get, it's going to be obvious at the end. So now you're going to basically start again from here, right? From here, make sure to take out all these tiny threads, especially when you just loosened your wigs, right? So now you're going to start from here, place it from here, and then you take it all the way down and back, just like that. So just like I said earlier, you're not knotting at this point, right? You're just going to put it in just like this and put it under the guideline. They've joined it now.
Just continue.
Under the guideline, and then you pull it just once. Okay, just once. Now the next thing you want to do again is to go in again. Okay, and then you pull it. Now you're not just pulling, you're going to knot it. This is what I mean by knotting. And then like this, and then you pull it really tight. Okay, now you've successfully added another weft. It's that simple, trust me. Now you're going to continue, okay, on your guideline. This is your guideline. This right here is your guideline. Okay, you're going to continue stitching on your guideline just like this. Okay, and you're going to keep knotting. Use double knot, because I'm sure that you do not want your wig to keep lifting. You do not want it to be uncomfortable. So you double knot and you pull it, right? You double knot and you pull, just like that. Double knot and you pull. Okay, double knot. This is the process that you're going to use until you've successfully, stitched your wig all the way. Okay, all the way down. So you double knot and you pull. Okay, just like that. It's that simple. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments and I'll reply to them. And also do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. So just like this, and then you double knot and you pull. Okay, if you follow this tutorial step by step, trust me, at the end you're going to be a professional wig stylist. So just like this, you pull and you double knot and then you pull. Okay, you go in again, pull, you double knot and you pull. Okay, you go in. So you're going to repeat this process. Make sure you're always stitching on your guideline. Hence the reason why I drew this guideline in the first place. So what is it called? It's called the guideline for a reason, right? Okay, so you're going to continue. Maybe is it rotating?
No.
If you rotate, please.
Maybe you didn't turn it on, right?
No, I
No,
was cold when I turned it off. How are you?
fine.
Okay. Hi. So just like this, you continue. If you stitch on your guideline, there's no way your wig is not going to be equal. Okay, and you're not going to have challenges of clients always complaining that, oh, my wig is losing, all those unnecessary complaints. Okay, so basically you just stitch. Now you're going to keep stitching until you get towards the end. Now this is where a lot of people get it all wrong. You start complaining that, oh, my wig is lifting, my wig is lifting. It's because at this end, when you're turning it all the way to continue on the second guideline, you didn't do it strategically. You weren't paying close attention to how you turn it. You just feel like, oh, it's just. But every step of making a wig is very, very crucial and very, very important. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to properly turn your wig so it's not lifting. Okay, I've had a lot of people complain about that. Especially some of my students, they complain about how they can't actually turn the wig without it lifting on this edge. Okay, now if you've tried making a wig before, you must have encountered that, except you've not tried making a wig. But if you've attempted to make a wig, you would encounter that. Now if you notice, my thread is almost finished, so I have to like cut it out. Okay, now I need to cut it and I'll show you how to attaching a thread is way easier. So you just cut it from far because we don't want our wig to loosen at the end of the day. Now you're going to tie it. Okay, you divide it into two equal parts and then you fold and you tie. Already you know how to tie, how you tie normally. So you tie just like this. Okay, I like to tie mine into three. Some people like to tie theirs into two, but I like to tie mine into three, just like this. Okay, just tie it. Now you're going to, the next thing you want to do is to cut it out. Now like I said earlier, when some people get to this part, they don't even know how to take it to this point, and hence the reason why their wig keeps tangling or keeps, it's not giving what it should give. It keeps lifting on the side like this when you put it on. Do you get? So we're going to fix that today. If you're part of those people, I want you to pay close attention and while we correct that. And I also I'll give you an assignment. I want you to go and try making a wig, and also when you get to that part, come and tell me your experience. Come and tell me what your encounters were, and if you faced any challenge, trust me, we're going to fix it together. Okay, over here we do not gatekeep. We try as much as we can to carry everybody along. Now we're at this part, we're almost at the end. Now this is the most crucial part and I need you to pay attention to it. I know that I've said every part of this wig making process is very important, but over here, in order to avoid that lifting on the edge, you need to pay close attention. Okay, pay attention. Now when you've exhausted your guideline at this edge, right, the next thing you want to do is, when you've exhausted your guideline, right, now you've gotten to the end. Okay, now how do you now move from this part to this part. I know it's a very tiny space and you think, oh, it's not noticeable, but if you don't do it properly, it's going to affect you at the end of it. So here is how you can maneuver this, and your wig is not going to be lifting. So you want to first of all move this upward. It's down right now. Move it up to this edge and you're going to stitch. Okay, you move it up and then you're going to go in with your thread all the way in on the guideline. Remember, on the guideline. Okay, you're going to just pull it. Pay close attention, and then you're going to double knot and you pull. Okay, and you pull just like this. Okay, make sure to hold this and you pull, right? You pull. Now you're going to turn it like this. Pay attention, this part is very, very important. I cannot overemphasize. You're going to now turn it like this. This is the second guideline we're moving to, right? So you're going to raise it up and you're going to turn it like this. Okay, and now you're going to now go in with your needle, and just like that, on the guideline, always make sure to stitch on the guideline, and then you're going to do this. Okay, stitch, right? You're going to stitch and you pull it. Okay, now this is what you should have if you successfully did that. Now you're going to continue stitching all the way down to on your guideline, of course. Now just like this, you're going to stitch it. Okay, double knot, remember, always double knot. Okay, double, not single, and not like not at all, just double. So just like this, and then you pull, and then double knot, right, and you pull. Okay, just like that. Now if you follow this tutorial step by step, you should be able to make a wig by yourself. Okay, you don't have to go to any hairstylist. They don't do anything spectacular. I mean, we don't do anything spectacular at the end of the day. It's just that we know like the basic skills and we've upgraded ourselves, and maybe because we've actually been in the game for a long period of time, right? So yeah, basically just like that, you go in and then you're going to pull and you're going to double knots. I'll show you guys the after look of this wig. I'll actually wear it so you people will see how it's looking like. Okay, so just like this, you double knots and you pull. Okay, look at how flat this place is looking. I'm sure that I'm saying this because I know that a lot of you would encounter this, and except you do not want us to correct that, you're not going to say anything. Okay, so double knot and you pull. Okay, double knot. Always make sure to double knot, because if you don't, it's going to start, it looks like you're going to start losing and your wig will start lifting. Okay, every part is very, 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 very crucial and very important in the wig making process. And also, I'm going to be styling this wig, and when I style this wig, you're going to see how, to properly, you're going to learn how to properly style your wig, work your wig by yourself without having to need any help from anybody. By the time you learn, you follow my styling process. Please guys, let's leave a like on this stream and make sure to turn on your post notification. Also make sure to subscribe to this channel if this is your first time. I bring you hair tips, hair tutorials, everything you need to know about hairs to help you style your hairs at home, wig your hairs at home, DIY, basically anything that has to do with hairs. I show you products that you need for your hairs. Some of these products you already have them, but because you lack the basic knowledge, you would always want to go to a hairstylist. Okay, so yeah, basically we're actually making a wig. If this is your first time seeing my video, please guys, leave a thumbs up on this video and make sure to subscribe. Thank you. So yeah, this is how far we've come. So we're going to now continue, you know and then we'll complete this. and you double knot. Always make sure to double knot. Always make sure to double knot. Okay, we don't want our wig to loosen halfway, so we always make sure to double knot. So if you're about making your wigs and you encounter any challenges, do well to leave a comment and I'll respond to it. Okay, so just like that, you've successfully learned how to make a wig. Okay, it's that simple.
Okay.
So just like this.
Then we turn up the top,
Just like
turn
that.
off the top.
Okay.
You're a water bandit. You wanna take all
Yeah.
water
So
for
now
yourself.
I've actually successfully made, this wig to this point. Now this is the part where we're at. It's halfway, right? It's halfway. So we're going to add more and continue like this. I don't know what I wanna do. How many, baby, please, this child, how did you even? Oh my God! Thank you. Please. So now we're going to add another weft, and then we continue all the way to this point, to the end point. And this is actually double. I like to double mine. Okay, just like this, and then we're going to add it. Now you need to pay attention to this part because it's very, very important how to attach a weft to another weft. Okay, so just like this, you take your needle, right, and then, baby, how are you? And then you're going to take it and you put it here. Okay, just in between the waves like this, and then you're going to now go in on your guideline, remember, and then you just put it in. Now the first time you're putting in the weft, you don't necessarily have to knot it. Okay, first time you're putting the weft, you don't have to knot it. Now look at that, you don't have to knot it. Now the second time you're going in with your thread, that's when you have to now knot it. Yes, baby. So you go in like this, and then you double knot and you pull it. Okay, now you're going to now, I think I need to bring this down. Okay, so now you're going to now continue like this all the way down on your guideline. Okay, on your guideline, make sure you're inserting your thread on your guideline. Okay, on your guide, I cannot overemphasize, make sure you're inserting it on the guideline. Okay, so you go in under and then you pull. Do you get? You pull it and then you double knot it. This is what I mean by double knotting. Okay, so you go in like this, right? Make sure now the plan is to just wig on the line all the way down. Okay, baby, yes. Okay, so you're eating. Did you buy something for me? Yes. So I thought I was hearing you tell Gigi that you bought me something. Anyways, so just like this on your guideline, remember, and then you pull. You can actually pin here, so you don't have to keep pulling it, right? Just on the guideline, you place it all the way down, and you're most likely going to use your pin to just secure it like this. Use your pin to secure it, so you just have to keep stitching all the way down. Okay, so like this, you pull, go in, you pull, double knot. Always make sure to double knot, double knot, double knot. Now this is what we have currently. This is what we have currently. Okay, this is what we have. So we're going to continue stitching. Just like this. Like this. I have a coily wig that I want to style, but I'll have to revamp it first before styling. So you notice that when you pin it at the edge, it's easier for you to just stitch, right? It's easier for you to just stitch. Just like that. Now look at that. If you double knot, you see that even your stitches are going to be very, very neat. They're going to be very, very neat. And they're going to be looking like what a professional actually made. Okay? And it's going to be very fast. Just put in the double knot and you pull out. That's very easy. Baby, what am I saying? In my head, I'm already calculating something else. You double knot and you pull out. So just like this, my mind, my mind is corrupt. So just like this, and then you pull. Yes, baby. Double knot and you pull. I think I'm out of thread, so I need to get more thread. This thread has actually gone far. Tried, and I'm still using it like this. Double, and you pull. Now I've gotten to this point. I just have to cut it out like this. So this is my needle and this is my thread. I just cut it out, and then you tie just how you tie your stitches when you're done sewing your clothes. Just like this. You split it into two. This is already 4 as it is, so you just basically tie it just like this and you pull. I like to tie mine 3 times, while some like to do theirs twice, but I like to be on the safer side, so just like this. Now you're going to cut it out. Okay, and there you go. You should have this. Now we have just one, 2, 3 left to complete, and then we're done making this wig, and I'm going to be showing you guys the afterlook. Yay, I'm excited. But first I need to make more threads, right? So this is where we're at. So we'll just complete this and then we go over again.
Yes, first.
Gigi, drop that hair, please.
David. Dada. Yes?
You do bad thing. You will shout Dada. So I knock you now. Baby, it's getting hot, I beg. Let me just pull this thread. I think I have another thread. Or did I finish it? I finished that thread. That means there's issue. I'm most likely not going to finish this week. But let me see how far this one will go. Hopefully, I finish making this week with this one. Forget another one. But I have another week I need to make tomorrow. Mama. Yes, baby. What is it? What is it? So yeah. Mama. Oh, this is Mama. Mama. Yeah. Mama. Yes. So that's okay. Okay. Let me see what this can do. what body can do. This will not go far, but to try. Maybe this one stop now. Like, this is where it stops. I'll just look for another one tomorrow. I really don't want to buy another one. Gigi, see those hairs that they are using to play. Let me not look for them. I'm telling you. Let me not see look for them.
Yeah? Is that so? I don't think so. Mm. Are you sure? Are you very sure? You're very sure? No. Mama did what? What did Mama do? Yeah? 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 Yeah, Mama is just being Mama. Yeah. Don't play with her hairs. If you play with her hair, she will beat you. Don't play with her hair. Yes? Sorry. Where's the other table?
This one was closer.
Yeah, Gigi, go and bring your spoon.
That should scatter everywhere with it. See, all this thing I will beat you. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. So, yeah, okay. I think I'm here. I just hope that this thread is enough. Ouch, my ear. So yeah, we're going to continue stitching. And then you remember the first time you're going in, you're not, knotting it. So it's just the second time, and then you double knot and you pull, and here you go in.
This onions is good for you.
You double knot and you pull. I'm most likely going to be styling this week. I'm not sure yet, but I'll try and see if I can style it here. So tomorrow I'm starting with a new wig. I'm making another wig tomorrow. That one is a straight wig. Now this one is the bouncy wig. Yeah, just like this. You pull. You double knots like this and you pull. Just like this. And then you go in, you double knot and you pull. Now, I'm going to show you guys this part. This part is very, very important. For those of you that don't know how to turn it, right? So you're going to, now we're at the edge, right? You're going to turn it like this, right? Bring your thread under, or better still, bring it up so it's not in the way. Okay, you just trace it like this, right? And then you turn it like this.
Did mommy's hairs
All the way. to this point, right, to the next guideline, right, and then hey baby, leave here. And then all you want to do now is to stitch, right? So you go in like this, and then you stitch it on the next guideline, just like that, and you pull, you double knot properly. Okay, if anything, if you've not been tying it properly, you should tie it properly at this point. Then you pull. You should have something like this. Okay, and then you go in again, just like this. Everything you're doing at this point now is on the next guideline. Okay, on the next guideline, double knot, and then you pull, right, just like this. Or better still, should I make another wig? I'm not sure. Maybe I should make another wig. You guys help me decide. Should I make another wig after this, or should I just go ahead and style this one that I'm making?
Yeah, come on.
So just like this. Now we're going to stitch all the way down to the end of the guideline. I'm most likely going to start making another wig, because I'm not sure how tomorrow is going to be like. I'll just make the second wig, and I know that it's just styling, that I'm styling them tomorrow, both of them. I wanted to just make this one and then style it, but on the second thought, let me just make both and then just style them at once tomorrow. If I don't finish this one, if I don't finish one today, I will continue tomorrow, but at least let me start first.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Just like that. So we're almost exhausting this web, so I have to add more, right? Double knots, and you pull. Always make sure to double knot your hair, so when you're pulling it down like this, when you pull it down, it's very very firm and it's not going to tear. But at the same time, you need to pay attention to your closure area so you don't rip off your closure.
Stop it! This girl is tearing your hair apart.
Gio, I will knock you. I will knock you. So yeah, this is what we have. So I have to add more to continue wigging. And I need to get more thread. I think, I don't know, I'm not sure if I still have threads, because I got two. And I don't know where the rest are. So let me just continue with this one. Just like this. I need to take out all these threads, because if I don't, it's going to keep falling off. So I'm going to,
What's
is double.
This now? What's this?
This is double. Okay, double. Some of you would want to make use of single, which is fine, but when drawing your guideline, you need to be very careful with that. Okay, so there's no too much space in between if you're using single, but if you're using double, it's okay to use just 1 inch apart. Okay, so just like this, you're going to attach the other weft and you double knot it. Even if you've not been double knotting your hair, if you get to the part where you want to turn over and then the part where you want to add more weft, you need to double knot it, or else it's going to have it's going to keep falling off, and I'm sure that you do not want that. Gigi, don't try me. So just like this, you're going to continue. Trust me, my tutorials are very, very detailed. Like, if you, after watching my tutorials and then you don't learn anything or so, just know that there's an issue somewhere. But definitely not from me. So, just like this, you're going to stitch. Make sure you're always stitching on your guideline. It cannot be overemphasized. There's a reason why you have these guidelines. There's a reason why you have this guideline. If you were to be able to stitch on your own, you won't have drawn the guidelines in the first place. So always make sure to stitch on these guidelines.
Gigi, Roboswall. Roboswall. Yeah, be a bonner.
So just like that, you successfully made a wig. If you notice, we're already close to like the finish line.
Yeah,
We're almost done, right? And I'm sure that a lot of you are so curious. You want to see what the after look, is going to look like. We're almost there. So we still have about 1, 2, 3 left to go, and then we're done. Now this is where we're at. Just complete this and we're going to turn this over and continue.
I will catch you. I will take you to Kuvuki land.
I need to look for the other threads. I've exhausted this one. I still have one small thread though. I don't know where I kept it. I don't remember where I kept it. So just like this. Now I've exhausted this thread. Remember how we do it. You cut it out and you tie. And you tie it just like this. And if I can't find that thread, I'm most likely going to complete this tomorrow, but hopefully I find it. So you double, everything you're doing is double, but this right here, I like to do mine 3 times. Just tie it, right? Tie it, and then just like this. And this is how far we've come. Now we still have about 1, 2, 3 left. 1, 2, 3, and we're done. Okay, so clack, 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 clack it. Let me get my needle. Baby, I don't know if I still have this small thread that I bought. Because I just hope I do, because I don't want to go and start buying. Okay, inside the basket. Let me check here first. If I can't find it, I'll check inside the room. Just have plenty covers here that know they have to remove these things out of here. Okay, this is another hair. I don't know if it's from this hair. I'm not sure if it's from this hair. Okay, it's not.
You know what's going on with her? She's self-regulating. That's a scratch. She's going back
To bed. So all these things are not useful, and I don't know why I kept them inside this bag. I just have to bring them out and trash them. I've not actually had time to bring them out. This is my hair clip, the one I usually use. It used to be blue, and this blue I broke it, and I don't know how it broke, but I know that I broke it. This is my hair serum, the new one. I also broke my hair serum one time as well. All these things are not useful. It's just for me to find time to bring them out and just trash them. A lot of things here that are not supposed to be here. Look at all these pins that are here. They are not supposed to be here. I don't think I have this thread that I'm looking for. But let me just use that opportunity to just trash out these things. There are a lot of things that I do not need that are still here. This is my heat protectant. Of course, I need that. And if you do not have it, please go and get it, because when you're styling your hair and you're making use of a whole lot of heat, you will need your heat protectant for that. You need your heat protectant for that. Heat protectant is for when you're using hot tools on your hair. So long as you're going to be making use of hot tools on your hair, it's advisable that you get heat protectant. And this is my wax stick. It's almost finished. This is my wax stick. I'll also be using this wax stick to style my hair tomorrow on my screen. Okay, let me just bring this out. What else? What else? Yeah, this one is my heat protectant. I finished this one. This pins, this bobby pin, I have what I need to use. This is actually from my wig cap. Okay. And what next? Ouch! I've actually choked myself. Anyways, this is my barrel brush, and this barrel brush I've had it for the longest. See how hairs have accumulated inside. Like, it has a lot of hairs inside. I need to go and get me a new thread by tomorrow, because if I can't find that thread, ouch, it's going to be very, very terrible. Or maybe I'll ask my what's it called, my vendor, to send this over to me. So look at the hairs that are coming out of this. I've had this for the longest, and this is what, look at that. This is what I use to style my hairs. I'm going to also use it to style this hair, so that you guys will see how to make use of it. For those of you that don't know how to make use of it, right, you know how to make use of it. My tutorials are very, 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 very detailed. I cannot overemphasize how detailed my tutorials are. They're very, very detailed. Guys, I'm just using this opportunity to bring out, this is my hairband. I use it to mostly style my edges when walking. Right, this is my foam. I'm supposed to get like a professional foam, but this is what I used to dye, not dye per se, but like put colors in front of, like, I use it for my foundation. I'm supposed to get like a proper foundation brush, but I've not been able to. This is another foundation brush. I'll show you how to use it as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? And then these pins, I've had them for a while. I use this pin to mostly, I made a video on how to make use of these bobby pins. I use these pins to basically pack my client's wig, especially those of you that have own a bouncy wig. If you own a wig, rather, if you own any wig at all, you're supposed to watch that video. What else? What else? I think that's basically it. And then my chalk broke inside this bag. I have chalks that Look at, it was really round when I got it, but all of a sudden it broke inside the bag. I don't know how it broke, it just broke. So this is the can where I put those tiny pins that I've shown you guys. This is how you buy them, your office pins. And to think that I have just few left is alarming. And this is the cover. I just use it to cover it basically, and this is a foundation. So if you're styling a wig, you mostly don't need too much to style your wig, especially those of you. Imagine me as a professional, I don't even have plenty or too many equipment. So you now working at home, doing these things for yourself, I really don't think that it should be stressful for you, or rather you go and start looking for all these things. Okay, this is my bag, the bag I use to pack these things in. What is more important, right, is not even the tools. Of course, the tools and the products are very important when it comes to styling your hair, the type of tools, and but then do you know how to make use of them? If you know how to make use of them and use them properly, just like you should, trust me, your wigs are going to come out really nice. So yeah, and these are the wig caps. I usually like to buy half dozen, and I have 3 left. I already made use of 3. Of course, I'm going to also be making use of 1 again tomorrow, which is 4 that I've made use of in total. Yeah. So I'm sure that with these tips you should be able to get your own wig tools. Sometimes depends on the type of wig you own. You don't have to get everything that I've shown you. You can actually get what works for your wig, right? What works for your wig or what works for your hairs. And then you should have the basics like the hair mousse, the hold spray. Those are like the basic hair tools. If you want me to, give you or do like show you like the right products to use, which I already did on my other live stream, you can go and watch them. Or if you want me to make another stream showing you the proper products to make use of, proper hair products to make use of, do let me know in the comment section and I'll make that detailed tutorial. I don't gatekeep. Like I said earlier, I show you everything you need to know about wig and wig styling, basically. So if you have any questions, I think now is the time for you to just bring it on. Bring it on. So we just dissect it and then we know what areas and what areas you need help with. Okay? But if you're fine, if you've totally understood everything that we've done today, then that's cool. Actually, I can't find my what's it called? I can't find my thread, but I think I might have inside the basket. I'm not sure. I'll have to go in and check for that one. Just now I have to go in and check for that one. But firstly, let me clear this place, and then I'll go in and check. So yeah, this one. This is actually for my tripod stand. Is it my tripod for my ring light? I think I need to change it. I'm having heartburn. I'm not sure. Okay, I think I need to eat and then take Gestid or something. So just like this, I have to put this. These are my tape, my measuring tape. You should have your measuring tape. That's like part of your basic wig tool. The measuring tape. That's it. Yeah, I actually don't need too much for this process. So I think I have to go in and look for my I have to go in and look for my thread so I can continue making this wig. I really want to show you guys the after look when I'm done. I really want to. So yeah, this is actually for my child So let me just quickly go in and look for it and come back. Guys, you guys, I can't find it. I honestly can't find it. I can't find it. So you just have to. I can't find it. So I'll just have to clear this place up, and then I'm going to get another one tomorrow and then wrap this up. This is the remaining left. It's no longer much. So if you want to see the finished look of this hair, I advise that you subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications. I'll be showing you guys the finished look. So yeah, I just need to clear up this place. It's a whole lot. It's a mess. Somebody watching me. It's my anxiety. So yeah. That's why I like getting like the bigger one of this thread. I don't like getting this one because it will just disappoint you when you need it the most. Anyways, I'm still going to come back. Maybe she's probably hungry. Let me make her food. Let me make Gigi's pap. Because it's not sleep already. I know I gave her food this evening, but I just know that she's not sleeping. Bobo. So I'm going to complete this tomorrow. I'm sorry guys, I can't find my thread. Betty babe. Mind ya? Mama. Mama. How are you? Say I'm fine, Mama. Hi, Gigi. Don't come here, please. This is why me and you used to fight. This is where we used to have problem. When you come here now, that's when we have issues. Just stay away, please. Let me clear this place. Stay away. I will not stay. Stay away. So I can't make your food. But first, I need to eat. First. Yeah, I've not had anything since. Then I'll make your. Your daddy did not give you spaghetti. Say people had spaghetti just now. Everyone. You guys had spaghetti, man. Let me just clear all this place. I know that. Gigi, don't touch now, please. I need to go and get threads tomorrow. Mama, come back here. Come back. Come back here. They talk, you shall. Come out of there. They talk, you shall, Dada. Did you finish this egg? Eggs that I made since. Finish it. You not finish it. Anyways, I'm so sorry guys. I could not show you guys the outcome of that week because I ran out of thread. But I'm going to make sure to get another thread first thing in the morning I'm not sure where I'm going to get it, but I'll try as much as I can to get it. I'll get around, get at least two. Or better still, I'll just ask this guy to send it to me tomorrow. I really don't want to owe him, but maybe I'll just have to ask him to send me the thread to deliver it to me. Right? Hi, how are you? Hi, do you want to eat? 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 Let me bring food so we eat. Okay? Somebody's wanting me in my anxiety. Let's eat, let's eat. Stop, Gigi! Leave there. You're no longer eating this thing. You're no longer, leave here, leave here. You're not eating it again. Let me just get this. I'm having heartburn. I need to take Gestid. Let me wash my hands first. That I have like chemical. It had 3 weeks to sleep. Already it's my elbow. Already it's my legs. So I'm going to now put food without it. That's why you need to wake up and talk and then I feel like this because this already is not going to cut it for me. Gigi, come and eat spaghetti. Ooh. So, anyways, for the meantime, let's discuss wig. And so on my stream the other day, somebody was telling me that I always like eating my food. And I was telling the person like this is my first meal of the day. This right here is my second meal of the day, and this is already 8:30. It's not like I eat too much. I just eat when I'm supposed to. And most of the time, when I'm hungry is when I'm already streaming. So it's not like I'm always eating. Did you come and eat? Eat, yeah? Don't pick it. Don't pick it now. Give me. Come. Come and eat. There's pepper, right? Come. You need oil. She has run away. Yeah, come and eat. And she likes spaghetti. Spaghetti is actually her favorite food. Why are you laughing? Gigi, come and eat. Come and eat. I help you, mouth. Come here. Is that she keeps shouting or when something falls down? Come. And I try to feed her and she'll run away. And I eat it. Because there's pepper. Do you want water? Where are you? She has run away. I have come and eat. That's how she eats. When she's eating, she eats and she runs. Come. Come and take. Say hi. Come. Say hi. Take. Come here. Don't make me angry. Take. I was actually very famished this morning. I think I ate just twice, and this is like my third meal of the day, and they're all carbohydrates. I need to go and get water. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on, take. Come on, eat. Finish it though. Oh, Jesus. I don't want her to pour it on the floor. That's why I'm chasing her. To actually finish, I need to get water. Ta-da. Spaghetti is really nice. I didn't even know it was this nice. My tummy is paining me because I was supposed to have eaten since. Oh my god. I'm so full right now. Next thing I want to do is just sleep. Ah. There's one person. I really don't know your name. I really don't know you, but I know that whenever it is that I'm streaming, you're always joining my stream and you're not saying anything. If you ever had to type anything, you're just joining my stream. But hopefully one day I'm going to know who that person is. Tummy is very full right now. I think I'm actually done for today. I honestly really want to finish up that week so you guys can see what it looks like. But we're most likely going to finish it up tomorrow. Maybe I'll just have to finish it up tomorrow morning and then I'll just have to, like, after finishing, maybe I'll style it. Tomorrow is what? Wednesday, Thursday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. So, I don't know. That's going to Tuesday, Wednesday. No, that's going to be too tight. So, I'm most likely going to just wig it. I'm going to just finish up the wig in around 11. I'm going to be streaming around 11, by the way. So, do it to join my stream. So I'll just finish up around 11 a.m. and after which I'm going to now, you know, I'm going to now style it that same 11 a.m. and after styling, I'm going to make the next week tomorrow in the evening. Yes, I'm going to make the next week in the evening, but hopefully I'll be able to finish up that next week tomorrow. Now, the reason why we didn't finish up this week was because we had other we had a challenge of thread, but it's not going to be a challenge by tomorrow. Hopefully, it's not going to be a challenge by tomorrow. I'm going to get like a whole bulk of thread. I usually forget when I'm making my purchases, when I'm trying to make my purchases, I usually forget that I'm supposed to get that whole thread, right? And before I realize it, I already started making wigs. So yes, baby, what do you want? What do you want? You want water? Kiss mama. I think they are watching you. They don't want to. Say hi, guys. Mama, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. She just likes seeing herself on camera. Say hi, baby. Mama, say hi. 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 Anyways. Hi, say hi. Say hello, guys. Hi, guys. Right now, she says more than 5 words. So she says hi, bye, hello, mama, dada, baby. Yeah, those are her words. Mama, say baby. Say baby. Say baby. Baby. Oh yeah, oh my god. So we're going to stream same time tomorrow. Please do subscribe. Subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe to our channel. Say it. Subscribe to our channel. If you say it, trust me, I'm going to run away. Subscribe. Subscribe to our channel, guys, and give this video a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Do this. Do this. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you, guys. That was funny. Yeah. Say hello. Hi. Hi, guys. So now you know that I've finished eating. That's why you're coming here. Let's go and make your own food. Hey. Mama. Yes, baby. You don't drink Tom Brown? Yeah. Say yes. Yes. Let me make Tom Brown for her. Although you don't like it, but I'll just make a little. And I think your daddy will not drink. He doesn't like it. You want to go and meet Dada? There you go. Go and meet Dada. Chicka. Catch. I'll catch you now. Is that how you're not scared for me? I feel very, very cold. I feel very cold. I don't think this is okay. It's not facing the right direction. Gigi, leave that thing. Leave there. See you. Oh my god. Anyway, guys, for the 2 people that are always watching me, thank you. Is how I know that there are other means, right, that I can actually post my videos and all that, but I really like to want to connect with what are you doing? What is it? Are you not seeing yourself now? Must you climb my body? I really want to connect with you guys. Do you get, instead of having to, just make a post and then when I post my videos, I just read comments and reply to comments and all that. But right now, I really want to connect with you guys by, having conversations, coming live so you guys can see who is behind the page. Although I know that there are a lot of my videos that you must have seen and you've seen me in it, but that's not the same when it comes to like really, really connecting, like having a conversation. Just like Anthony was here and we really had a conversation in the morning when I streamed around 11. We had like a proper conversation in the morning. Then Felicia was this evening, and then I had Taurus, Clemons, yeah, and then I have Damita Dupre. So it's just like that. So imagine us having to have these conversations every day and then, connecting. It's different from when you actually make like a post and you're off. And the next thing you're doing is you're just monitoring the post and seeing how far it's going, right? Yeah, so I just like to connect. That's basically it. I don't mind sitting here and talking for more than 3 hours, right? So long as we're actually having a conversation. So this is your cue to leave that comment that you want to leave. Ask me any question that you want to ask me, whether it's week related, whether it's personal. But if it's too personal, mind you, I'm not going to respond. So let's just basically catch up. I think that's the word. Let's just catch up. I have less than 30 minutes here. So in that 30 minutes, we can actually chat and just catch up basically. So yeah, if this is your first time coming across my video, my name is Gift. And but I know that a lot of you won't ask me my age because I remember when I stream a lot, I had some people ask me, hey, how old are you? What do you do for a living? Where do you live? Where are you? Especially this question, where are you from? They will always ask me, where are you from? So yeah, my name is Gift. And this is my little baby. Not so little baby. Not so little baby. Jones, yeah. Yes. Mama, we look cute. You look so cute. You're so fine. She likes camera a lot. She likes camera a lot. Matter of fact, when I keep my phone, she just goes there and then she turns on the camera and she's taking pictures of herself. Like I have more than 101 photos of her on my phone that she took by herself. I'm not even talking about the ones that I took her. She has pictures, yeah, quite alright, but she has pictures that she took by herself. Both the ones that are cute and the ones that are not. She just snaps and does it. And guess how old she is? She's barely two, she's just one. She's 1 year, 3 months, and she's already doing these things, and I'm scared. I'm scared. I like to think that that's just her, she's smart, she's intelligent, and all that. Yeah, but man, nah, that's not just it. I don't think that's just it. Do you get, like, I talk every time and I'm tired. She likes to explore. She's so curious. Mama, don't do that. Stop it. She's so curious, like very, very curious. So, guys, we have about 17 minutes, so we're still waiting for you guys' questions. Mama, they really don't have any questions for us or any comments for us. So, yeah, for the meantime, I'm just gonna play. High five! Yay, Mama! Yeah, please, guys. I was supposed to just finish that week once and for all, but then I don't have trade. I'll just try and see if I can get trade tomorrow. So if I have 5K, I can actually get two of the bands, 2,000, then I get that trade, and then I get a rider. That's 5,000 here. Bye. That's 5K. That's what I need. How do I get it now? Okay, I'll call somebody in the morning, or maybe I'll chat somebody this night to give that to me. Oh yeah, my calculation is just a lot. Like, it's just a lot, a whole lot. With the way the economy of the country is, before you make any move, you have to calculate properly. make a lot of calculations, or else you're going to be very stranded.
Mama.
Yes, baby. Mm? Yes, mama. Hi. Say hi. I'm fine. So yeah, this one person that's always watching me. You're going to tell me who you are, honestly. Like you're literally going to tell me who you are. Ah. Hola. Gigi, go and meet your daddy, please. Go and meet Dada. Yay! Dada. And you know, Bevan is just not chase her. See her. Where is she? She has gone. She just not chase her back. Is she back? Okay, I think she has just entered inside. I don't want her to come back. I'm too tired of her. I need my space. I need to rest. Honestly. Every day, one thing or the other. I think she's coming back. She's coming back, guys. She's coming back. See her. I just knew that she was going to come back. I just knew she was going to come back. I just knew you were going to come back somehow. You heard? I knew you were going to come. Why didn't you stay with your dada? Yeah, Gigi. Why didn't you stay with your daddy? Eh? She's going back again. Is she? You're coming back. You're back. You're back. I thought you were going to stay with dada now. Hmm? You're not going to stay with dada. Don't keep coming and going. If you are not going, don't go. If you are going, go. Don't come back here. Do you hear me? Yeah, Gigi. Just go. Come. Go. Don't come back, please. High five. Yeah, bye bye. Bye bye. Go, please. She's not going. Go and meet Dada. She's going to come back. Okay, I didn't even. See you. I said you go and meet your daddy. I said you go. I said you go meet your daddy. Why are you back? Eh? You go and meet your. Go and meet. Go and meet Dada. Dada. Go and meet Dada. Go and meet Dada now, Gigi. Go and meet Dada. Go and meet your daddy. There you go. Run. Run now, go. So you don't want to go. You don't want to go. Yeah, come. Bye, baby. Kiss mama. Oh my god. Hold on. Before you pinch my face now, scratch it. You're seeing your safety, yeah? Baby. Hi. You like rough play. See the kind of rough play that we just played. Now calm down. I don't want to enjoy it, please. Just calm down. I think I sprained my ankle. God. Let me throw this thing away. Oh, let's go. Let me throw this thing away. Don't come here. Come, come, come. Let's go. Before you go and cause. Let's go. Before you go and cause my this thing now. Cause them. Move. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Thank God. She has finally left. As if she's not going to come back. I sprained my ankle and it's really been painful. Sprained my ankle. Honestly, and it's been so painful. Let me take this back. I've actually cleared my space just for me to sleep. I feel feverish, honestly. Feel very, very feverish. So tomorrow I'm going to think this guy called 2 hours ago. Yeah. To call 2 hours ago. I'm going to return. Each time when I'm streaming, I don't like when somebody's calling me. So I don't like receiving calls. And then there's a setup that I did on my phone. So when you call me, I don't receive the call immediately. I just get a missed call. So afterwards, I just go back and respond. Right? Yeah, so that's basically it. What next? What next? That's pretty much it. If this is your first time, please subscribe, share, turn on post notification. I'm a hairstylist. You can go through my videos and watch some of my videos that I made. I show you detailed tutorial on how to take care of your hair. We talk about products that you need for your hair. And I'm also going to, if you have any other questions that you need to ask that is around hairs or maybe personal but not too personal, I would also reply to that. What else? Yes, if you have any wig challenges, whether your personal hair care challenges that you would want me to you want us to talk about, please leave it in the comments and I'll be here to respond to them. Yeah. There's nobody that watch my tutorial that don't actually learn a thing or two from my tutorial. It's actually very, very detailed. Currently, I'm supposed to be rounding up a wig, but I ran out of threads, which I'm going to get tomorrow, hopefully. Yes. So I ran out of thread. So hopefully tomorrow I'm able to get them. And then I'm going to continue with the wig making, and I'm also going to be styling a wig tomorrow. I'm going to be styling a wig tomorrow as well, heatless coils, and then I'm also going to be straightening a wig. I really do want to call straightening styling, but it's also part of styling your wig. But then again, I know that when you start styling, when it's straightening, it's not really difficult. So maybe that's why I don't want to categorize it as styling, right? Basically. But then it requires you using your straightener and your hot tools. And I'm sure that a lot of us do not know how to straighten, to be very honest. I watched a video where somebody was straightening their hair, or maybe the person was actually making like, it's not every hairstylist or every tutorial that you watch that is well detailed, and it's not every tutorial that you should follow. Now, this person was actually straightening a wig, and They were actually doing it wrong, but then that's what they are teaching somebody else, right? So if you do not understand, I know that we learn as we teach. I don't know if that makes any sense, but as you go, you learn. And this thing called, if you're not sure of what you're learning, I don't think it's actually a good idea for you to teach somebody else, right? So you should actually be at that level where you already know the in and outs. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much. Please like the stream. Thank you. So you should actually be at the point where you've actually tried this thing you're coming to teach somebody. You've actually, you know, you know, did, like, you've tried it and it works for you. So you're coming to teach somebody else because you want them to learn it and you want them to try it because it worked for you, and not coming to mislead them. This person straightens and then they just go fast, fast, fast and just straighten their wig. And when you open in between this wig, you're going to see that they successfully burnt the surface of the wig without the heat, you know, steaming the hair properly, because you were so fast, right? You were so fast. So if you're a bit slow, now while straightening, I'm supposed to be demonstrating these things, yeah, I understand. But while straightening, you need to be a bit slow when straightening. Not too slow, not too fast. Because why I say not too slow is because you do not want to burn the wig at the end of the day. You just want the wig to be straightened and you want the heat to go in. Now, there are certain products that you need to apply, and I'm sure that this person didn't even show the products. Now, if you're working on a human hair, you need to apply your heat protectant. It cannot be overly emphasized on. It is non-negotiable. If you do not apply your heat protectants, you're basically killing the fiber. You're basically killing the cuticles of this hair, right? By making use of hot tools without heat protectants. Now you have to apply your heat protectants. You have to apply your hair serum. Okay, so if you do those two, you don't have to worry about the level of heat that's going through your hair. In as much as you don't want to worry about that, you have to be careful still, right? You have to be careful. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So before anybody comes on here to teach anything, I would really suggest that they take out time to try out what they are teaching, and not while they are teaching you, not like while they are making that video. That's when they are actually trying it out. Do you get what I mean? So you should test these things and make sure they work for you before teaching other people. So yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Anyways, to the one person or two people watching me, I've come to the end of this live stream, and I really, 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 really do appreciate the fact that you people stayed with me to this point. And I think I've streamed for about 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much. And if you've not seen my long form content and you really want to support me, I would please, please, please plead with you to go and watch my long form content to the end, because if you start watching it from beginning and you do not watch it to the end, thank you so much for the like. If you start watching it from the beginning and you didn't watch it to the end, YouTube is going to flag it as they won't push my content. They'll basically feel like, oh, this content, it's not, people don't really have interest in this content. So please, if you watch any of my long form content, please, please, please help me share the content to your friends to watch as well, and tell them they should please watch it to the end. That's you supporting me, that's you helping me build my watch hour. And I'm sure that a lot of you really want to gift me, but because I'm not monetized, I can't actually receive those gifts. And not because I am not monetized alone, I need to get to my 4,000 watch hours, and you sharing my video to other people, you inviting other people to watch my video, you liking my stream, you commenting on my stream is going to help me get there faster. Although I'm halfway gone, but I still need half more, if that makes any sense. So please, please, please do well to help me share my videos. If I come on live, please do well to join as soon as you get the notification, because I want you to turn on your post notification. Yeah, I know that sometimes YouTube notifies people, but please, I lately they don't notify as much. I don't know why that is, but please turn on your post notification so that it automatically notifies you when next I go live. So you just click and then you're in. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. I also stream around 11 sometimes. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Please leave a like on this video, share this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notification, help me get my 4,000 watch hour faster. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.